Hi, this is Brendan from Watto Training, and in this tutorial we take a look at minimum standards for test vehicles. This is applicable to the QSafe system in Queensland. Vehicles other than a motorcycle up to 4.5 tonne GBM are categorised as C-class vehicles. Vehicles that seat up to 12 adults, including the driver, are also considered C-class vehicles. Light rigid. A bus or truck more than 4.5 tonne GBM, but not more than 8 tonne GBM. A bus less than 4.5 tonne GBM, which is built or fitted to carry more than 12 adults, including the driver, is not to be used for the purpose of the practical driving test, as it is not considered to be representative of a Class LR type vehicle. A truck presented for an LR test must be a rigid vehicle. A bobtail prime mover is not acceptable for a Class LR test. Medium rigid. A truck or bus with not more than 2 axles and of more than 8 tonne GBM. A truck presented for a Class MR test must not be a rigid vehicle. A bobtail prime mover is not acceptable for a Class MR test. A modification plate must be fitted. Still on the MR, a truck presented for a MR test may be fitted with a lift axle. The vehicle is required to comply with the Australian design rule, that is, the vehicle must be ADR compliant when it has 3 axles on the ground. Driving examiners must clearly note in the comments section of the DAR, that's Driver Assessment Report form, and SPS comments field the specific configuration of the vehicle at the time of the test. Heavy rigid. A bus or truck with at least 3 axles and of more than 15 tonne GBM. Here's a picture of an Isuzu without a tray on the back and a before and after shot. This is additional requirements for a rigid truck / modified prime mover. Body and turntable mounting meets modification codes J1 and P2 and approved by an authorised officer. Body must be at least 2.4 metres wide. Body construction must allow loading of 75% of vehicle's RGBM. Vehicle to have suitable load restraint system, i.e. tie-down points, coaming rails, rope rails. Turntable may be attached or protruding through a hole in the body floor provided a test load could be restrained. Body construction and turntable positioning must comply with Australian Standard 2.174.1994. Heavy rigid must have 3 axles on the ground. Modified prime movers capable of carrying a load may be used as a test vehicle when fitted with the body and certified by an authorised person. A bobtail prime mover is not acceptable for a Class HR test. A truck presented for a Class HR test may be fitted with a lift axle. The vehicle is required to comply with the Australian design rule, that is, the vehicle must be ADR compliant when it has 3 axles on the ground. Driving examiners must clearly note in the comments section of the Driver Assessment Report form and the SPS comments field the specific configuration of the vehicle at the time of the test. Heavy combination. A prime mover of more than 15 tonne GBM with at least 3 axles and semi-trailer with at least 2 axles. A truck more than 15 tonne GBM with at least 3 axles and a trailer more than 9 tonne GBM with at least 2 axles. Multi-combination. This is not part of the QSafe test. For example, you will not take a multi-combination vehicle for a driving test with an examiner at the Department of Transport. The MC license is conducted through registered training organisations. Multi-combination vehicles include vehicles such as road trains and B-doubles. Thanks for watching. This has been Brendan from Watto Training.